domination from this weekend's events could be felt at several national championships, and this is just one of them. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. I'm not gonna lie here. We've had a pretty decent showing of, you know, I guess it's been dubbed the Rika toolbox, the Aromage toolbox, the plant toolbox. It's the plant turbo edition out here that we've been seeing, you know, actually in full force out of this week. But what I do want to mention here is the fact that there are so many particularly interesting list from this event alone in this top cut. You know, you don't have Snake Eyes dominating the crap out of this top cut. Actually, you have quite a different story for this event. And that's actually the thing that I really like about this is the fact that you have 8 different decks, including, but not limited to, okay, yeah, you had Tempai, you did have one other meta challenger in the room here, but you had Dark World, of all things, making its way into the top cut here. I'm gonna be honest with you, like, Dark World, like, where'd that come from? Nobody genuinely is sitting here expecting Dark World to enter into the challenge arena out here and be one of those decks that, you know, are just like, where did that come from? You know, we also had Sprite in the top cut for this event. You know, Sprite has had a pretty decent, you know, return back to the meta here. And I will say, it's actually kind of interesting to take note of just to see what's going on with that. We also had Voiceless. I'm not really all that surprised. And of course, Yubel had the chance to enter into this. This is all pre-Phantom of, you know, Yubel. So things are about to go sideways a lot more. And then we have Orcust challenging the meta here. And let me tell you, there is some really interesting things just happening in the course of all of these events that, I don't know, I'm liking how the meta has shifted and just what we're going to continue to see out here kind of going forward. So what do you guys, you know, think about this breakdown? Let's pass on over those deck lists. So starting off here, we have our Ragnara Aromage toolbox deck. Now I'm really happy to see that, you know, we've managed to trim off so much of the fat from this. Up until I think this weekend, the only builds we'd seen have been the fat, you know, 60 card builds. So to actually get 19 cards shaved out of this, get down to, I would say, a little bit more optimized package. Still seeing double droll in here. You do have the 1 Nibiru in here. You're still taking off with a triple cross out. This build actually focusing back down to 2 copies of the Jasmine. A lot of the larger builds will play triple Jasmine. There's nothing wrong with that, but it is nice to see what I would call a little bit of a breakdown in terms of how this build has kind of, you know, struggled to get the chance to see itself in the meta. Also, there's no Cactus Bouncer in here. We do have the Orchid in here, and the best thing is this build can actually get away with playing Shifter. Holy crap. Oh, hey, we have some Sprite for you today. Now, I can't say that I'm not surprised to see a Sprite version kind of coming out here, but okay, so we're doing 2 Frost with the 1 Kishisakill, triple Lilla, and 1 copy of Treat. That's all pretty standard stuff. Your Sprite package is about what you would expect now that this stuff has reprints. Now, I do fully expect people to kind of maybe start to go towards this. We are doing a nice little life point gain red resonator down here. Gotta love the fact you can extend on into this. We are playing Gamma Burst kind of help us out with the OTK line, you know, in case of the scenario comes up that you do need to access this so you can actually push for that critical game. Okay, I also see we have 1 Raigeki down here in the side deck. Okay, that's kind of cute. There's no thrust or anything in the main deck, so I guess we're hard drawing this. Same thing here with the Change of Heart. Interesting. Extra deck stuff all looks pretty standard. Underworld Goddess is kind of cute, though. And, of course, we have the Ninja Mosquito. Ooh. Next up, we have Tempai Dragons. Truthfully honest with you, if you expect this deck to have any true innovations, not gonna happen. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, this deck does feel incredibly cute at certain points, but that's just, it's kind of just that. Like, sure. You have the triple Fenrir in here. We actually have a built-in Change of Heart. That's fine. We have the Feather Duster in the main. I think that's the correct way to go. 42, okay. And then, of course, we have double draw and Lockbird in here. We're playing the 2 Ogres along with the Veilers. No Mourners built into the deck, but we do have Spooky Dogwoods down here. And as you can see, we also have some of the Shifter Wifters down here. And of course, we have Koi Belt being our little extra deck option. And we're actually playing the Cyber's Quantum Dragon as well. Okay, we have a lot of cool options available to us provided for this deck. And they're also only side decking 2 crossouts. That's kind of interesting. Okay. Ooh. Now this is cool. So we have your standard Dark World good stuff here. And basically, I mean, you can thank your entire Danger package for being one of these beautiful things that allow this deck to kind of do its thing. Actually getting the chance to play the one Salamander Catalyzer. The fact that this deck did not run into, you know, Shifter along the way at all, and especially, you know, coming from the top cover where, you know, we just seen a lot of Shifters. It's interesting. I also see we opted inside the second Silva in case we need to do some of the loop shenanigans. We're also side decking the Snatch Steal, so if you need to jack your opponent's monster, absolutely go to town. You just got to draw it. But I think this deck has enough gas to get to it. Also, we are playing the Trade-In as a one-of. I guess you do have the room to kind of fit this in. You know, maybe get rid of a Lava Golem along the way if you do happen to see it during the course of Game 1. Okay. Ooh, we have Voiceless Voice. Now, if you're expecting some crazy innovations with Voiceless Voice, that's not going to happen. I guarantee it. The current state of this deck has not been a good one. Though I do see we are back on 2 Saravis, 2 Skull Guardian. We have pushed the Pendulum Graph back into the side deck. I still like the Pendulum Graph. I think it's cute, but just kind of in the course of the way that the meta has structured itself right now, I realistically don't think you're going to get any good value out of this right now. It's just one of those cases of, you know, it's a cute tech choice. If you high roll enough matchups that it will reward you in, then I don't see where it would come up as a bad thing, but okay. Outside of that, the interesting choices of the Ogres is kind of nice, but honestly, I don't think there's anything else really too screamingly difficult in here to carve out the build. 41 cards is perfectly fine for tech choices. Oh, baby, Snake Eyes. We got the 1 Fenrir, your 1 Unicorn, the 1 Birth, and of course, the double Race Loss. So the standard, what we're going to call 5-card package that has been showing up so much out here. I also see that we are playing the Assembled Nightingale in here as well. To be honest with you, I do kind of like the Food Show a little bit better, but I guess if this does stick around, I guess you could technically try to Turbo Zeus, but we all know that's not going to actually happen here, especially with this build. We are playing the Typhoon. There's the Hope Harbinger with the Draco Sack because of the Kashtira stuff. Yeah, it's pretty standard. I see we are side decking the Droplets, so you can push for the Board Breaker stuff if need be. And of course, triple frickin' skill drain, baby. Isn't it just nice to know that one of the most polarizing decks in the meta just gets the chance to just tribute this on off with Snake Eyes Ash and just continue on along with their day? Yeah, I love it here too. And then we have Yubel. What is Vidos doing here? So this is actually kind of cool. We're seeing Vidos in here with the Ashen for Eternity, which, I mean, lets you add Vidos or an Ashen card, but we don't really care about that. And then you can target one of your face-up monster your opponent controls, take control of that face-up monster. You can make all face-up monsters your opponent controls currently lose attack equal to that target monster's original attack. That's actually, I think it's pretty good, actually. Also, this is just, what, like a 4-card tech package in here. You're mainly using this stuff. Your opponent's playing some of that little field spell control over there. You can go ahead and blast it on into the Stone Age and then continue on along with your day. Outside of that, still doing 1 stage 1 and, yeah, 1 base form and the Terror. So nothing too crazy. Phantom comes very shockingly soon, and we will see how this deck will undergo its next stage of Digivolution here on Fiend Toolbox. I can't wait. And then we have Orcust Engage. So, man, we really went back on a time capsule out here. In fact, you have the triple Engage now. You're only playing 2 Widow Anchors. Okay. We do have the End of the Void in here. Still only playing 1 Armageddon Knight, 1 Dark Refer to get the Orcust package rolling in here. And then you already know what you're doing with this package. You're just slapping up the big stuff, taking your opponent's stuff. Actually playing the triple Upstart Goblin is pretty interesting, but I mean, you're 26 spells. You want the draw power from this to get you into the maximum value that you possibly can. Huh. Quite interesting. So what do you guys think about the breakdown for this event. Please, comment down below, tell me what you guys think. See your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.